I've been doing this. I've been ducking and dodging posts that was spoilers announcement because I wanted to wait all day. I've been waiting all day to get on stream before I react to this, so I could react to this and read these articles and talk about it, because it was hard to find any news that didn't have something to do with the Nintendo Switch 2. It was really, 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 really hard to find any news that didn't have to do with the Nintendo Switch 2. But we here. Trailer's here. They were right. They weren't lying. It did drop today. And I already have seen some pictures, but I just seen pictures. I ain't see the actual trailer. What the fuck is that on the bottom? Oh, wait. It has more than one USB-C port? Am I bugging? Did I see more than one USB-C port? Yeah, that's one. Oh, it's one on the bottom, on the top. What's the difference? Yeah, because that's next to the headphones jack. What's the difference? Oh, that stand does look way better. That looks way better than a regular Switch stand. Because that little flimsy stand on the OG Switch wasn't cutting it. This look like it'll actually put in some work, and then it got the little reinforcements down there. You lost me. You lost me. With that stand right there, you lost me. You lost me. That stand is trash. Because when you want it to stand up regular, it's just going to fall back and slide into that position. You lost me. Oh, the Joy-Cons are slightly bigger now. I mean, hopefully. Okay. Was the mouse thing true? That's what I want to know. Oh, there's more buttons on the side. Hold on. Are they gonna give us a clear sight of the buttons on the side? Whoa, what is that? Oh, that's just a side thing. The mouse thing was not true. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, one side's gonna be blue, one's gonna be red. Not gonna lie, I like the design. I like this design. This design looks great. Only like slight complaint I got is it looks somewhat like a Steam Deck. I like how fun and colorful the Nintendo Switch, like the OG, was. I don't like that this is a off-brand cream white. I don't really know how they could have made that logo better though. But not the worst thing in the world. Keep it simple. There's that Donkey Kong screenshot everybody was complaining about. I don't like the new dock. The squared off corners were better in my opinion. I don't know why they changed it. Okay, this part is flat so that it's easier to slip the controller in. I fuck with that. I fuck with that. That's a W. That's a big fat W. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusives games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Switch 2. Details will be shared on the Nintendo website at a later date. Oh, it's the same cartridge. So that means I could take my Nintendo Switch Ultimate cartridge, put it in the Switch 2, and use it. Massive fucking W. Massive W. Oh, I heard about this. So that article I had about it. Okay, I also have another article that I pulled up about this that I'm gonna read about. Cause I heard one of them are in New York. So, you know, boy might go in, get in hands-on experience. I may get the feel on the Switch a little bit. I might get the feel on the Switch a little bit. You feel me? Now my instrumentals on. We got a lot of articles and a lot of news talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. Is this just a thread of people talking about it? Yeah, this is a thread. Exit. Okay. The first thing I wanted to read about was the hands-on registration event that The hands-on event registration that begins soon, because I'm pretty sure anybody watching would like want to know about that. So boom, get hands-on with the Nintendo Switch. Tickets will be made available through a free-to-enter randomly selected drawing. Oh, so it's gonna be a lottery. Bet. When does it? It begins at 12 p.m. 3 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on the 17th of January and runs until 11:59 local time on January 26th. All right. Results of the drawing will be revealed soon after. Those eager to participate will need a Nintendo account. I have that. And be over 18. I have that. Nintendo has not announced what games will be playable. Blah, 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 blah. The New York event takes place from April 4th to 6th. Los Angeles from 11 to 13th. And Dallas from 25 to 27. So, keep in mind those dates depending on where you are. Only U.S. residents are permitted to apply for the ticket. What the fuck is this that keeps moving? Is this because of the page size? Okay, cool. I was bugging my eyes. Is there any other crazy? Oh, there's gonna be one in Toronto. There's gonna be one for Toronto, Canada. There's gonna be European locations. Blah blah. Oh, they doing. I thought it was just gonna be like like the main capitals. They doing a lot of them. So hey. If you want to apply, just look. No, they got it in Paris, Canada. Well, Toronto, Canada. They got it in Canada, European location, Paris, London, Milan, Berlin, Madrid, Amsterdam. Nintendo is visiting Melbourne, Tokyo, Seoul, I'm assuming Korea, and Hong Kong. I don't know where that is, but I mean, a lot of people have a chance to enter this. Is looking like a lot of people have a chance. But for my American viewers, at the time of this recording, on the 17th of January, from 11:50, from whatever your specific time zone is, until 11:59, you'll be able to apply. And my hands are rubbing together because I know 100% I'm gonna apply, and hopefully I'll get in so I could do some content if they even allow that in there. But next article I have is Nintendo Direct coming in February with Switch 1 games info report. Now, everything that I'm about to talk about, I'm going to assume it's alleged. For the rest of the video, just blanket statement. Everything I talk about is stuff that I am assuming is based in speculation. So however I speak about it is purely fictitious as far as I know. You don't have to trust any of this info. Matter of fact, I encourage you not. This is just fun to speak about. If any of this information is real, I am not aware. I'm just reading this and taking it all purely as fictitious speculation. That being said, Nintendo historically holds Nintendo Direct briefings in February, and it seems that tradition will continue this year. Podcaster Linktr.ee has reported that Nintendo will host a Direct event focused on games for the original Switch sometime next month. Now, for those of you who kept up with the whole Nintendo Switch news, this is the same person who on their podcast allegedly leaked that the Switch trailer that we just watched was gonna come out yesterday. So I'm assuming that either he himself is a credible source within Nintendo or he's linked to some real credible sources. That being said, this is a reminder. Everything in this video, I'm taking it as fictitious. He said this during the same podcast where he predicted the Switch 2 reveal event. Skipping to the next paragraph. As for what games Nintendo could highlight, if it does indeed host a Nintendo Direct in February, that's anyone's guess, but some possibilities include Pokemon Legends Z-A, I don't care. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, don't care. Metro Prime 4, don't care. Sounds like a Direct I'm gonna miss. Beyond the OG Switch Nintendo Direct event supposedly on tap for February, Nintendo has also confirmed a Direct for the Switch 2 is coming in April. Switch 2 was officially confirmed yesterday. The original... Wait, was it yesterday or today? January 16th. Wait, was that trailer today? Am I bugging? No. Can't even find it. I'm gonna just assume it was confirmed today. Damn, so they shadow dropped it today. Cause like, besides seeing articles, I ain't see no tweets or nothing like that from Nintendo saying, hey guys, we're dropping a trailer. I just woke up to everybody on my timeline talking about it. Yeah, I'm scrolling down this article wondering why I'm not seeing the red and blue that I'm supposed to be seeing. The original Switch is so blah blah blah. That's more yappage. I don't care. Sign. Oh wait. Once the Legion room, blah blah blah. Oh, they're not available yet. I don't want to sign up for a pre-order notification. So yeah, according to Big Bro, we're still gonna get a February Direct. That, I'm not gonna lie, sounds like it's not for me. But I have this Kotaku article pulled up of 13 glimpses of what's different with the Nintendo Switch 2. And I already noticed a couple things, but I saved this article specifically so I could look and see if there was anything that I missed or that I didn't pay attention to. First thing I'm noticing that I missed is that the indicator is on the side, because with the original Switch controller, the lights are on like the side of the controller, and that was kind of cumbersome to like flip the controller up to look at it and see where the like what player you were. So that's a cool addition off rip. The Switch 2 has a more robust kickstand. Yeah, I noticed that. Shit looks ass. The Joy-Cons are black and slightly longer. Okay, I noticed that. They try to make BBC controllers. They try to make sure that you know what it feels like to control things with the power of a BBC. They have blue and orange inlays. Orange? To me, that looks more like a red. I can understand orange. The Joy-Cons connect with magnets at the top and bottom. I didn't know that. I didn't notice that, because in the Switch, in the original Switch and the Switch 1, yeah, it does. You just pop it on the side and there's like latches in there that, no, well, it's latches in it, but it's more like a railing type system that often used to get stuck. I think magnets make a lot more sense, and I'm hoping, praying to the heavens, that the control sticks are anything but whatever they were using before. Like, I hope it's Hall effect. I just hope it's not a stick box, bro. Joy-Cons also have what look like optical sensors that give them functionality as a PC mouse. I saw those sensors, but until I get confirmation, I don't know if you can use the Switch like a mouse. And even if you can't use the Switch like a mouse, there's gonna be somebody who gives it functionality like through modding or something like that to make it work like a mouse. But if you can use the Switch controller as a mouse, there better be web support. There better be a web browser on the Switch. None of that. You gotta jump through hoops and all that to use the darn web browser on the Switch. Put a regular ass web browser on the Switch, which I understand why they wouldn't want to put a web browser on the Switch, because you know, like, kids using the Switch, and also like integrating. Oh shit, I'm not going. Integrating certain stuff into the integrating like HTML and Flash or whatever is the standards that they have to implement. Sometimes that could be difficult and or extra work for something where it's like that's not the focus of this console, so why add it? But if you're gonna be able to let it function like this, and we could put the Switch controller on the side and use it like a mouse, A, it better be a web browser, and B, it better be an option to use it in all FPS games. Better be a standardized thing. The dock has rounded edges this time. I noticed that, but I didn't really care. What's the new square button beneath the home button? I heard some theories about that, but I'm not really sure. Because like the screen, you know what I think it is? I think it is because one annoyance that I have with the original Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons is that if the other person is using the blue Joy-Con, the side of the Joy-Con for this side of the console, and you want to take a screenshot, you kind of just can't if you're using them sideways. That was kind of like a slight inconvenience size annoyance I had, so maybe it has something to do with that. I'm not sure. Also, my question is, what is this hole for? What is that hole for? The Switch 2 screen is noticeably bigger than the current base model. Yeah, it feels like one of the pain points, I guess, that people have with the Switch is the size of it wasn't that great. So it looks like they're making it slightly bigger so that it could fit more hands comfortably, like more adult hands comfortably. Because the Switch, like, if you have small hands, I would imagine is not too bad. But if you have bigger hands, GG's. The back of the Switch 2 displays the new console's name and a U-shaped kickstand. The top of the Switch has a second USB-C port. I noticed that, but what the fuck would you use it for? That's my question. Because we're well aware what the bottom port is for, but what's the top port going to be for? Oh, one guess I have is, let's say you're a Apple user or an iPhone user, right? And your headphones are just straight up a USB-C plug-in because they don't want to implement Bluetooth for whatever reason. Because I'm not sure. I've never used the feature, so I wouldn't know. But I don't think there's any Bluetooth connectivity options at all for headphones on the original OG Nintendo Switch. So maybe they're adding it so you at least have 2 ways to plug your headphones in if you're not gonna have a Bluetooth way. I wouldn't imagine it would be for charging, because that wouldn't make sense. Just use the bottom one. Maybe for accessories, but even with the Nintendo Switch 1 and with modern gaming, accessories is kind of like, maybe for accessories when you plug it in, but that still don't make sense. I'm really curious as to what the fuck this port is supposed to be, because there's like a lot of things I could think of that I'm thinking of right now, but none of them are making sense. I can't figure out a sensible reason for this that like necessitates or makes it enough for them to put a whole port on here. And I have a better question. Does the stand have an Ethernet port? The bottom of the Switch 2 looks almost identical to the current one. I don't see any differences. The new Joy-Con grip accessory has been adapted for the magnetic control connectors. Oh yeah, it doesn't use railings, so it has to have that smoothed out part. I noticed that too. Side-by-side comparison of the render shows relative size of the Switch to the Switch 2 and their matching cartridge slots. Yes, I noticed that. We thank God we don't have to buy all new cartridges for our Nintendo Switch games. It is fully compatible with the original Nintendo Switch, going off the information that we have, that we've seen. Oh my goodness, this design wise, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. I like everything that I'm seeing right now. I love everything that I'm seeing right now. It looks beautiful. Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't have to be as powerful as the Steam Deck for me to love it. I wanted to read this article and go more in depth, but it plays Smash Bros. What the fuck else do you need, bro? After handheld PCs like the Steam Deck cribbed from Nintendo Switch, the Switch 2's new Joy-Cons could harness PC gaming's most powerful weapon, the mouse. This is an article that like I wanted to bring up because the idea of the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons being able to be used like a mouse, like that's just an interesting concept. That's an interesting concept to me personally, and I just want to dive more into that. Now, let me tell you the reveal I'm most excited about. The new Joy-Con controllers can seemingly double as a gaming mouse like peripherals, thanks to a new sensor and a clip-on attachment with very mouse-like pads on the bottom. The total functionality of what I'm calling Joy-Con slide mode. Did he say slide or slide? If they don't call it that, missed opportunity. Of what I'm calling Joy-Con slide mode still remains to be seen, but everything shown so far lines up with leaks pointing to a full-on mouse con, and it's got me dreaming of the pinpoint palm precision I enjoy on PC. Don't get too excited because the form factor of this doesn't look comfortable to hold for extended periods of times, and in my opinion is not really comfortable to hold a mouse for a long time compared to like a controller or something like that, you know? So I don't know about all that. I think it'll be interesting, but will it make me convert over to using Joy-Con mouse and swear by it? Time will tell, but I don't think so. But everything shown so far lines up with leaks pointing to a full-on mouse con, and it's got me dreaming of the pinpoint palm precision after the original Switch defined the frame used by handheld PCs like the Steam Deck and its growing army of siblings. Nintendo could finally take a bite at the PC gaming pie in a cool way with its own pseudo mouse. I'm gonna tell you right now, Nintendo will never ever in life take a bite out of the PC gaming pie, because their games don't like the power of the platform on average isn't powerful enough to run games at crazy mind-blowing graphical metrics and do next level stuff with the game, because usually Nintendo consoles which I don't see any reason why for them to break the trend massively with this one, are somewhat underpowered, and they're not like, they don't have crazy specs. Like, I'm not expecting for this next Nintendo console to have 64 gigabytes of RAM. I'll be surprised if it has freaking 64, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Switch has 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, make it a habit to type Switch 1 already. Memory, storage, removable storage. Oh, 4 gigabytes. Didn't even know it had 4. So in 2017, 4 gigabytes of RAM was freaking ancient. And even with games like Wukong, like recently we saw reports that Wukong had a hard time running on the Xbox Series S because it couldn't work with only 10 gigabytes of RAM. So cutting edge, genre defining, pushing, game changing games, I don't see that happening with Nintendo. I don't know about take a slice of the handheld PC gaming market. Hell no. It will continue to dominate the handheld market. Yes, I believe that. But it will change or take a slice of that pie. Nintendo. All right, this is the way that Nintendo operates. Here's the pie of like PC game. That's it. Nintendo's just not involved. That's it. When it comes to Nintendo, they have their own pie called the Nintendo pie that nobody else owns a slice of. And that's why this business has been prospering for as long as it has, because they just have their own pie and nobody else is taking a slice, nor can they. Here's the big caveat. Assuming the alternative Joy-Con mode is indeed used like a mouse, not a small assumption to make after one short trailer, even with the mouse leaks, there is exactly zero chance it matches the accuracy and responsiveness of a premium gaming mouse. That's true. People be playing like, if it does, that means we can legit have Nintendo Switch 2 controllers cost $100. Because right now, to get a gaming mouse with a high DPI, you're paying at least $30 to $40 for a medium to low end mouse. You're paying $30 to $40. Imagine if they put a good sensor in it. Imagine if in the options for the Switch, there's like an actual option to change the DPI. Them bitches gonna be expensive, and Switch controllers are already too expensive. And I hope one of the things that they change with this Nintendo console is that they make the controller way less expensive. It shouldn't cost a whole game to get a new controller. Remember when you could buy a whole controller for $20? For $20. You could buy a whole controller and a game came with it. That being Wii Play, one of the second or third. It's one of the top 10 biggest selling games on Wii ever. I don't know about that one. Not a small assumption to make after one short trailer, even with the mouse leaves, blah, 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 blah. I can see it playing surprisingly well in a whole suite of games which work on console but are just playing better on PC. So games that people don't buy a Nintendo console for. Like, when it comes to competitive shooters, which is where most of, in my opinion, mouse and keyboard gameplay shines, those don't come to Nintendo anyway. And that's what I was talking about earlier when I say, here's the PC pie. And then here's the Nintendo pie. Nintendo has the Nintendo pie itself. They don't care about the PC pie, because the PC pie, the ingredients that it takes to make them PC pie, Nintendo is allergic to them. Making super duper crazy graphical leaps, they don't care, bro. They don't care. It took them, when did the 360 and the PS3 come out? 2006. So from 2006 to 2014, I think the Wii U came out. Let me look up the Wii U release date. 2012. So the first two 720p HD gaming consoles came out in 2006, and Nintendo didn't make an HD gaming console, release an HD gaming console, till 2012. So honestly speaking, I expect for this console to be 1080 when it's in your hands and 4K when it's docked. Maybe 20. Actually, I feel like 4K is asking too much. 2140, and that's it. Because right now, when it comes to like graphical fidelity, after 2140, you're pretty much just doing shit just to do it. There's no real difference with the technology that we have right now, and that's the way that technology advances. Because just me saying there's no real difference, I'm not saying it in a the human eye can't see back 60 frame rates. I'm not saying it in an ignorant type of way like that. I'm just saying most of the things that we have that the average person interact with don't take advantage of anything that goes higher than 4K/2140. So I expect maximum. Actually, no. I'm gonna lower my standards. 1440 docked, 1080 undocked. Because after 1440, you're going into the tippy top of graphics. So I gotta humble it a bit. 1440, not 2140. 1440 undocked, 1080 undocked. Let me give you an example. I played Cult of the Lamb on PS5 recently, and navigating the building grid in that game is just a little cumbersome at times. I can understand that, because even when I play Power World, I mostly play on controller, but when I'm going through those menus and stuff, I like to have my mouse and keyboard. So I definitely understand what they mean when they say like certain things are just better designed for certain control types, and that certain control type tends to be mouse and keyboard. And now that I think about it, that'll also help with the porting of certain games. Certain games will just work better with this. My mind reaches for the precision of a mouse, but my hand finds only rubber sticks that are far better at controlling cameras and characters. Different control types have different advantages. This kind of highlighting and placement in games, from life sims to city builders, strategy games, doesn't require ultra responsive inputs, but could benefit immensely from a real cursor that you can move with your real hand. No analog sticks, no unreliable motion controls, just a good old fashioned piece of plastic to slide around and select things. Fair. I was confused and a little put off by the mouse con idea at first. I wasn't. I was a little bit confused, but I wasn't necessarily put off. It sounds like a cool idea. But the more I think about it, the more interesting it becomes. My game of the year last year was Unicorn Overlord, an open world strategy game which, like Cult of the Lamb, is on Switch. That's crying out for cursor controls you could use to better select individual units. Yeah, because that's even a problem I've been having in like Marvel Rivals, let's say. Even when I used to play mainly on Marvel Rivals mainly on controller, I would still want to navigate and go through the menus with a mouse and keyboard. But whenever I play on console, I reach for my mouse and keyboard in front of myself, and then I see it not working, and I go, oh, that doesn't work. Is on Switch. That's crying out for a cursor, blah 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 blah. And Pikmin, the mouse con can make it easier to command your army of little guys. Thumbing through your hand in card games like Balataro might be more intuitive. Come on, think of it. Deck builders could be a big winner here. You're talking about one of the least interactive types of games in terms of controls needing mouse and keyboard. I hope there's some better better examples, because like Pikmin makes sense. Cult of the Lamb, I don't know what that is. Like I have a familiarity with the property, with the IP, but I've never actually played the game. But I'm assuming those are better examples. Talking about deck builders, slow ass gameplay. Gameplay doesn't require any quick reactions and none of that, so I don't know about that one. But picture clearing in your inventory in Stardew Valley or various survival crafting things, and start a sentence over the conjunction. And then there's the real titan. Whisper it. Minecraft. Other than Nintendo's plans for this sensor, several questions come to mind. Are the new Joy-Cons even comfy to hold this way? That's my main question. Will we see mouse-inspired modes purpose-built for sliding around? If it does have mouse functionality, 100%. No questions asked. Whether they're from Nintendo or they're even licensed by Nintendo, but 100% if it does have that type of functionality, you will see shells and overlays that allow you to do all that and have all the extra fancy buttons like this and then side mouse buttons. You'll 100% see that, so you'll be able to still press A, B and all that in your game. Developer, how hard would it be for developers to integrate mouse cursor like controls in the Switch 2 games? That's also a good question too. Is it realistic to expect that from a range of third-party games at all? Depending on the difficulty, if it's hard to implement, I would say no. If it's not that hard to implement, I would say yes. But I'm not a developer, and it all comes down to how hard will it be to implement that. How does this sensor perform on different surfaces? If it's a decent sensor, I mean, it should be good. But thinking about it, it is a Switch, so people like to use it portably. There are going to be a handful of niggas that try to use this on the side of their couch. Especially games that may not be on PC. How does this sensor perform? I'm assuming that it's built with undocked mode in mind, but I don't have a desk and mouse pad in front of me when I'm in a console gaming mood. The fuck was that? My ear just randomly started ringing. Like, that's weird. I mean, it's going away, but I don't even have my headphones on right now. Like, the fuck? That's random. But yeah, like I said, a lot of niggas sit on the couch and play the game. I'm in a console gaming mood, or when I'm on the go with my Switch, like all those hip young people in the Nintendo commercials. Speaking of which, how easily can we switch between normal gamepad controls and mouse con mode? Well, maybe that's what the extra button is for. However it shakes out, this is a weird looking feature with a lot of explaining to do, but I think the potential is real. In the worst case scenario, this is just a cute gimmick that's only useful in a handful of games designed around it in very specific setups, and maybe while navigating the Nintendo eShop. But if it works well, feels good in our hand, and is crucially adopted widely enough, it could lead to some fun themes in a few Nintendo games and meaningful control advancements in others. I agree. This to me, this is one of the idea of you being able to put your Joy-Con on the side and it be a mouse. That's one of the most interesting things to like come out of this reveal so far. All our unanswered questions about the Switch 2. This is not a list of questions. I don't give a fuck. These are mostly questions I have. What does that new button do? We asked that already. Does the new Joy-Con work like a mouse? We asked that. What games we'll know soon. What Switch 2 games will be backward compatible? Yeah, it did say that it varies from game to game. I'm assuming that it's going to be more or less the shit just got Yuzu implemented in it. Maybe that's why they shut it down. But I'm gonna guess that more or less is going to be mostly like Yuzu in it. So any game that can run on Yuzu or any game that's made compatible, you're fine. But everything else, toss in the air. How much does the Switch 2 cost? The original Switch retailed at $300 in 2017. I wouldn't expect it to not retail at $300. Like if they go above $300, I would honestly be surprised. When will the Switch 2 launch? Supposed to be this year. Oh yeah, how do the cartridges taste? That's an important question. What is this? Mario Kart 9 could. Oh, this one. I don't want to read it. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to say, imagine you're playing Mario Kart 9. You're in first place, and a blue shell flings all the way forward from 24th place, blows you up. Bow. Another blue shell, a red shell comes after you. Bow. Hits you. Now you're spinning around in place. Then you get inked. You hit a banana. You fly off the edge of the road. You get dragged back on the road. You try and use a mushroom to accelerate, but you get bumped. Bow. You fly back off the road. All this time, people are going past you. You end up in 24th place. I can't wait to see clips like that happen. And the idea of Mario Kart with 24 player races, that's a pretty cool idea. Oh, that's their proof from it. And that's from the Nintendo trailer that we seen earlier. 24 player races would go crazy.